able to compete with the guys again, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I know it's only one day, but how do you like the interaction with Coach Vrabel? I saw him talking to you multiple times on the field.
Yeah, he's a very interactive coach. He demands a lot, and he's just a coach you want to play for. He just demands a lot out of you, tries to get the best out of you, and he just makes you want to compete.
Did it seem like a long time between the draft and this camp, or did it go by pretty quickly for you?
Since like from the end of the college season, it's felt like
Like from the draft,
from the
even,
draft.
since you knew you were coming.
Oh no, from the draft it was quick. It felt super quick. I just couldn't wait to get down here. So
What did you do to fill up the last couple weeks here?
I just stayed in shape, just conditioning, staying in shape, just making sure you can come out here. You know, that you can finish the practice. Just make sure you able to finish.
What did you feel as Malik handled the huddle and commanded things for the first time out?
He did a great job. I don't know really what their coach should do, but we're coached to do our job. So I feel like he did a great job doing what he does.
What you expected in terms of coming in and maybe trying to just get acclimated to everything, or did it feel overwhelming at times?
No, it felt what I expected. It's just at the end of the day, football is football. So it's the same things we've been doing all of our lives. So it was about what I expected.
What is first day like as far as anxiousness, wanting to make a good impression on your new coaches, teammates, and also trying to be up to speed with what's being asked to do?
For me, I feel like it was very simple just because, you do a lot of preparation. There's a lot of preparation that goes into it. And as long as you prepare yourself the right way, then you'll be ready to go. So.
What did you think about Malik from afar, and what's it been like just getting to know him just on a surface level so far?
Yeah, he's a great guy. A great guy.
As you've gone through the process here, getting accustomed to the play, but what are some early impressions of this offense, and maybe even how tight ends specifically,
I know that we're very hard-nosed. We're going to be a very hard-nosed team. We're going to run the ball. We're going to be a very smash-mouth team, very tough team. That's what we preach.
It's obviously early, but have you gotten to see you go back to 2020, 2019, the different ways they use Jonnu Smith in the offense?
I don't know. Jonnu's accomplished a lot in this league. Jonnu's Jonnu. I'm just doing what they tell me to do out here.
Right. And the reason why I asked that, because I wasn't sure if they showed you that saying, hey, look, this is what we want you to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to do whatever they tell me to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Yes, sir.
What's important for you in this off season and the OTAs? What are you kind of really focused on and trying to do here?
I would say prepare. Just learn the playbook, and then being in shape so you can actually get the reps. Because if you're not on the field and you're not getting the reps, you're not really getting better. So for me, it's just preparing, learn the playbook, and staying in shape.
Jake, overall, what's the impression of this rookie class? Do you feel like you guys have bonded early? What's that process like? All just getting to know each other?
Yeah, I definitely think I know a lot of guys in the rookie class, so a lot of old teammates, people I trained with. So, yeah, we definitely are able to bond together really quickly.
When did you get in town?
Earlier in the week, like Sunday, I think.
This was day one, Jake. What's tomorrow like?
It's going to be the same thing. I expect it to be the same thing. It's going to be hot out here. It's going to be a grind. So I feel it's going to be just hard work at the end of the day.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Chief. No problem.
I've been talking to my college media people all this time. I got new people. Well, y'all nice sometimes. It's all good though.
How'd you feel like it went?
I think it went good. I mean, we got another opportunity to come out here and get on the field again. I mean, it felt good. It was like the first day of school or something. You got that little stomach feeling. It felt really good.
Mechanically, what were they working on with you today?
Just working the fundamentals of the offense, and this is my first time being able to go through the stuff that we've been working on in the meeting rooms and stuff. So I think that went really good. Just getting out there for the first time, everything's a little different. You got different teammates. You got different cadence. I'm under the center not every play, but a lot of the time, and it's just understanding the difference.
How do you feel the process has been as far as like going from Zoom to actually on the field, executing the things that Pat O'Hara wants you to do?
I feel like they're two totally different things, but they're not outside of what you're able to do. You can do whatever you put your mind to. You can do whatever you want to put the time in and the work in to get to. So it's just up to whoever's doing it. So I feel like, you know, you put the time in after whatever we meet on and go work on it and grind on it, then you'll be able to do it. But like anything else, when you come out here for the first time and do something, it's going to be a little different. So you just got to continue to work and take each day as its own.
When the snaps were getting loose, what was going on there? How'd you fix it, and how much work do you guys have to do on that?
That was just a little something, you know. It wasn't nothing too much. I wouldn't fret over that, but we were working on that. Just a little different from, like I said, I played under the gun most of the time in college, and I'm not really going to get too much into scheme, but it's a little different here. So I just got to understand that and get used to it.
Is that something that you worked on between the end of your college season and prior to the draft? Was working under center and working on 7-step drops and things like that?
Yeah, we were definitely working under the center, but at the end of the day, these are new people. I got new teammates, so it's not the same center I have been working with for the past few months. So it's understanding new teammates and building that rapport and getting those snaps here, wherever we may get those reps in. It's just, you know, getting those reps. It's first day. We got a long way to go.
Like footwork was a big emphasis today with Pat out there. What kind of stuff are you trying to work on or you know, improve there?
I mean, footwork is key to a quarterback, so we're just working on the fundamentals of the position and just going through reads and whatnot and understanding what comes with that as far as that goes.
Malik, more of a background question. I know in the past people maybe have wanted you to play different positions. I guess why was your conviction always so strong in wanting to be a quarterback?
Because, I mean, sometimes it's always like, you know, you got somebody that plays receiver or plays safety or plays something that you could put at quarterback and win. But I was the opposite. I was a quarterback that could play other stuff. So I never really felt the need to want to go play, you know, receiver or DB or something. I was a quarterback, you know what I mean? So it's not really a conviction. It's a identity. It's what I am, you know what I mean?
What's your interaction been like with maybe some of the veterans who are meeting you for the first time, and maybe Ryan in particular?
Oh, it's been cool. I mean, he had us over the house the other day. We ate. I mean, I don't know why they was doing all that. I don't know. But they cool, dude. All my teammates cool. They all opened up to us, all us rookies. Yeah, they had us over there and just gave us a little bit of game and just what comes with this process. Just tell you keep your heads up and know that a lot of work took place in order for them to get where they're at. So that's what it's going to take for us as well.
You say Ryan had you over. Who else do you have over the house?
Yeah, all the offensive skill.
Made Malik about Ryan's comment about not mentoring earlier.
What comment?
What's that?
What comment?
Ryan Tannehill. Okay.
Man.
What did you take anything from that, or anything of significance, or what are your thoughts?
Oh man, we chopped it up. I mean, it was never anything negative. Ryan's a good dude, and he had us. Like I said, he had us over the house. Everything's cool, man.
I have a question for you. Just with, this first time seeing you in person, obviously for a lot of us, have you always had the body type of have you built that over the years? Or I'm just curious as to where that it all comes from.
He's saying I look swole. I appreciate it. I just got to get a glory to God on that one. You pray like it's up to God. You work like it's up to you. And I just try to go out every day and try to get better, whether it's on the field or in the weight room, just any aspect of my life. So I'm going to give it to him every time.
It seemed like you had a lot.
Ever since you were drafted to learn the Titans offense, how much did you see the work you put in ahead of time pay off on the field today?
Shoot, I seen it a lot. I mean, I was a lot better than what I thought it was going to go like. You go through something for the first time, you don't know what to expect. And, everybody put their opinions out about what they think, but don't nobody know till you go through it. And I was just really, really appreciative of Coach Pat and Coach Todd and just preparing us in order to get out there and just go have fun and play the game that we love to play. So I felt really good about it.
Looked like you did some work on progressions. How'd that go? How limited was that at Liberty compared to what we're told, and how much do you have to gain there?
I mean, I don't know what you were told, but I think, progressions are a part of quarterback play wherever you're at. So I just felt like you get to different ones at this level. And like I said, you with a new team and new people, so you just got to get used to it. So it's going to take work.
With this scheme being so based off of QB movement, how much do you think that really will accentuate what you do well?
I don't know if it's based off QB movement. I think this is just the Titans offense, you know what I mean?
Play action.
That's just first day stuff. We got a whole offense, you know what I mean? We just running the Titans offense. We running what they install every day, and we go out there and practice what we do in the meeting room. That's all.
It seemed like you had a lot of questions for Pat along the way, too. How impatient, I guess, are you to sort of learn this thing as quickly as possible?
I feel like I am patient in order to, very, very like much prepare myself. I mean, without preparation, you never feel comfortable. You never feel like you're able to go do your best. I just want to take every day like this my last and just learn as much as I can, retain that information, and go out there and try to do it the next day.
You get a chance to say anything to Traylon? Seemed like he had a tough day and wasn't able to be out
Yeah,
there
it's
much.
all good. He good. That's my roommate too, so I'm gonna chop it up with him. No.
What do you like about his game and maybe how special it will be for you guys to kind of grow together, starting this weekend?
I think it's really cool that we got our whole rookie class out here, and it's just us for a minute, so we can all get used to Titans football, and whether that be on offense or defense. And I just feel like it's really cool that we all get to spend this time together and grow as players. We in these meeting rooms together, we're all growing, we all competing, but it's the first time for all of us, so I feel like that's really cool.
What the coaches kind of told you about on the first day? I know you want to make a good impression, but it's a long journey, and just kind of take your time. What have they told you about that?
Hey, we got 1% each day. That's all we trying to get. 100 days, you'll be 100% better. That's what he told me, so it's all good. We're just going to work every day.
Kind of along those lines, Malik, what do you expect out of yourself as you kind of embark on this journey?
I just expect myself to come to work every day as long as God wake me up, you know what I mean? Just come out here and enjoy myself and try to be the best player I can be and fight through the mistakes, fight through the successes. I mean, either way it goes, you got to stay calm, cool, and collected. I messed up right there.
Where'd you kind of learn the calm, cool, collected attitude? Because it's kind of how you come across, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, life, really. I mean, it's a game at the end of the day. I mean, it's a very important game to a lot of people, but it's a game at the end of the day. You go through way worse stuff in life, and you have to understand that, and you got to be able to be resilient as a person outside of football. So I feel like when it comes to football, you just got to be strong-minded and understand it's not your identity. Yeah, and I feel like you're supposed to use this platform for something. Like, I use it for God. Other people use it for whatever charity they want to do. So at that, I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I don't know. My bad.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
All right.
At all? Do you have trouble sleeping last night? How much were you looking forward to getting out here and just kind of getting going?
Yeah, I mean, I was just ready to go. I wouldn't say I was a little nervous, but I just wanted to be out here, practice, show the coaches, what I can do, and it was a fun day. So.
What coaches have you working on today?
A little bit of everything, can't say too much, but he was working us though.
What do you want to kind of show? What kind of impression you want to make maybe on coaches, teammates right at the start?
Can you repeat that?
What kind of impression you want to make maybe on coaches, teammates, maybe right at the start here?
You say a pressure?
What kind of impression do you want to make?
Just letting guys know that I can play. I know my stuff, and I'm gonna help them win. So.
Did it feel like a lot of information today, or did you feel like you're on top of it okay?
No, I wouldn't say it was a lot of information. I feel like I was on top of most of it. So.
Like today, Hassan. I mean, I know Traylon seemed to have some issues perhaps with that. What was it like for you?
It was definitely different. I'm coming from Michigan. So it was. I mean, it felt nice. It was hot, but it felt nice out here. So can't complain.
It's not kind of nice to have some Big Ten guys in the room. You got Chig, you got Steve Frere.
Yeah.
Nice just to have some familiarity with this rookie class.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We putting Big Ten on the map a little bit. So I'm glad to see them out here with me, and I get to play with them. So.
Has Coach Vrabel given you a hard time at all about the big game that you had against?
Yeah, a little bit. We've been going back and forth, but it's all love.
How much have you followed Derrick Henry's career, and have people drawn any comparisons to you? Taller guys, bigger guys.
I mean, I really don't be paying attention to all that. Obviously, he been doing his thing. I haven't met him yet, but I heard all great things, so can't wait to meet him.
What do you think of the way Malik handled himself in the huddle and translated things, given it's his first time?
We all getting better out here. Malik is a great player. So we just all learning, getting our feet wet. So he did a pretty good job.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
How we doing, Teresa? How you been?
Tired, busy.
Why? Tired? Why are you tired?
Some of us are still covering playoffs, so NBA, NHL.
NBA, NHL?
Yes, 4 trips to Memphis will wear you out.
Okay.
Just saying. Your top draft pick, erring on the side of caution?
Oh,
or?
just, I listen to Todd. We defer, to Todd. So, we all have to, we got to get these guys in here. We got to study. We got to learn what to do, teach them our program. And, so if he's back out there tomorrow, then we'll coach him up.
Obviously, you expect these guys to come in shape, but how much is something like that to be expected?
I think it's hard to think that they can recreate, with a trainer, how we do things. And we see that with guys that have come back and started with our off-season program and guys that have joined a few weeks in. It's just different. And I know that they're working and they think that they are trying to get in shape, but that's just not the case. And so that's something that we have to focus on and try to make sure that we're getting some work in. But, with all of them, trying to be as smart as we possibly can, Jim.
What do you look for, Mike, maybe on the first day? When these guys are going to make mistakes, you want to teach them the right way, but, know what has to
Yeah, who can keep their composure, who can try to be poised, who has some instincts when it's chaotic and be able to fight through some of that. And I think we all saw that in the team period. It might have started out okay and then, really just went downhill from there. And, with the operation and the cadence and just the, quarterback center exchange, that's critical, but, not going to make a whole lot of excuses. But when a quarterback meets the center last night and their first opportunity to go out on the field and snap is today, some of those things happen, and we just ask them to, try to be able to fight through that and not stand around and not finish the play.
How do you feel about the way Malik was able to kind of get the guys in and out of the huddle, get the play regurgitated?
Yeah, I thought it got better. I think it got better in 7-on-7, and that's all we're looking for is to make some improvements and have a great attitude, be coachable, be willing to learn. It's fun to try to get this group together, and it's just be able to coach and teach them new things and teach them stuff that we do.
There was one stretch late where he maybe had 3 tough throws, but then he came back and made a couple really good throws, one up the middle to a tight end. You like the way he kind of bounces?
Yeah, it didn't seem like, we just talked about not letting anything affect you. You're going to get in the huddle. We have done this for a few years now, so they all look the same, right? There's going to be the quarterback center exchange. There's going to be the calls in the huddle that get called backwards and get called the wrong way. The left guard's going to go to the right when he's supposed to go to the left, and he's going to run into the tackle. And, the play's not going to look very good. We've been through it, and I showed him examples of it last year. I said, this is going to happen today. As much as we don't want it to happen, it's going to happen. We have to regroup, and I think he did that. I think that's a great example of him. You're going to have incompletions. It was good to see him take care of the football, run when he needed to run, trying to show him all these things of how we want to play the game.
What's the balance of him running and taking off rather than in practice trying to make a play down the field, let a guy go up and get the football, and how do you balance that?
Well, I think that you want to try to practice the way that hopefully you're going to play in the game. And, we want to be aggressive. We don't want to be reckless. We understand how critical taking care of the football is. And, a lot of that is just risk reward and being instinctive. We don't want robots. We want players that know what to do, that are in our system, that can be poised, and then when it's time to be instinctive, be instinctive.
Will the rookies be on their own next week and then join the veterans the following week, or what will their plan be?
Oh no, these guys will be rolling Monday morning with us, and I think we'll probably have them lift early, Jim. Lift early on their own, so that when the vets go and lift, they can steal some extra meeting time with the coaches. But they'll be out here on the field with us, which is great. Phase 2, and they'll be able to see, where our guys are that have been here with us, the type of condition that they're in, what their skill set looks like, and then start that whole competition with the roster.
What'd you make of Ryan's comment about not his job to mentor Malik?
Oh, I thought Ryan handled that very well. I thought he was genuine. I thought he was authentic, and I know Ryan is a great teammate. Everybody here knows he's a great teammate, and that is not his job. His job is to prepare, to help us win a bunch of games, and be a great teammate and help out. And I know that he's going to do that. So that was not any sort of issue for me.
You handle those kind of situations yourself, Mike, when you were maybe an older player, and did you go out of your way to try and coach up younger guys at your position, or was it everybody compete, or how did you handle that?
Well, everybody competes, and whether there's younger guys or 1 year you show up to camp and there's 7 linebackers that have all started in the National Football League. That's a competitive room. But you always try to be respectful. I was brought along by an organization with some really good veterans, and that's what I want to try to recreate. That Pittsburgh Steelers team when I showed up there in 1997, and had guys like Dermontti Dawson, Will Wolford, Jerome obviously joined that, Levon Kirkland, Carnell Lake. I mean, these are some guys that I will never forget how they treated me when Jerry Osofsky, who now coaches. I mean, these are memories that I have that are very vivid. Changing positions and being frustrated, and Dermontti Dawson saying, "Hey, bring your golf clubs over." I never played golf at a country club before, and then, these guys, Mike Tomczak is trying to take care of me, and those are things that I'll never forget, and that's what I want to try to recreate here.
And Mike, were you surprised by the reaction that comment got, the press conference, but specifically that phrase from him got?
No, we've been through this. I'm not going to try to take a gauge on the social media reaction, because I think that they're all
like it's being talked about in NBA playoff games and stuff.
I don't know, bud. I mean, I really, it's hard for me to gauge. I just can go by what I know and how I feel. And like I said, I thought it was genuine. I thought Ryan was authentic, and I'm excited to get everybody working together and building competition. Everybody on our team knows that we're trying to build competition throughout every position. And we've been through this. Like the veterans' job is to, come in here ready to go, and we're trying to find younger, better, cheaper players. That's how it goes every year, and their job is to not let that happen. And like I told them, I watched every draft when I was playing, because I knew that they were drafting players in my position, and I had to be better than them, or I wasn't going to have a job.
You're on tryouts. What do they need to show you to stick around a little longer past this weekend?
Well, how much information can they absorb quickly? How can they push through mistakes, a skill set maybe that we didn't see on tape? Are they better than somebody that we signed in the post-draft? So we'll get a better gauge of where they're at after, tomorrow, and we'll give them a full opportunity to compete.
Schedule came out last night. Any thoughts on how it laid out and with 4 primetime games?
No, I know that's an exciting time in the NFL, exciting for our fans. I think we've gotten a lot of, activity over there with season tickets, and that's exciting. So we're excited to play the Giants opening week and then see where that journey takes us. And we know that a lot of things happen along that 17 games and 18 weeks, where you play on Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, the bye's early, the bye's late. It's just it takes a lot of different twists and turns.
Coach, I saw Mason and Christian out
Yeah, we
there.
had four.
Can
We
you
had
let
four
me know
players.
about
Yeah, so there's 4 different groups of players here, Kayla, this weekend. Christian DeLauro, Mason, Kinsey, Shai Carter, and Rodney Clemens. So those players qualify for the rookie minicamp. So those guys have been here working. They can do the minicamp. We'd asked them to do it. They wanted to do it. They had been working, practicing. And then there's the draft picks. There's the undrafted players, and then the tryout players. So those are the 4 different groups of players that are participating.
Could those guys be an asset to the younger guys who are going through this?
You hope so. You hope so, that they can, show them how to, run a route, what the individual drill looks like, certain technique, cadence or details or any kind of tip that they can give them. I think it helps. We talked to all 4 of those guys, and I think that they've done that. They've been here. They can kind of explain how things go.
What you said about Burks and that it could happen to anybody, but it happened to him. Your number 1 pick, the receiver.
Yeah. What are my thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, just
I don't want to really just try. I don't want, they all have we all have a long way to go, and we all have a lot to improve on. And I think the great thing with this group, is maybe we can only improve some of those veteran players just a little bit, man. We're searching for things, and use Kev Byard example. Like, hey, Kev, what can we do just this much better? All these players out here on that field today, there's a lot for them to work on. So they're all going to have some good days. They're all going to have some great days, and hopefully we can avoid the bad days.
Along those lines, how important is this time for them so they don't get thrown right into training camp with veterans, to have these days?
Really the next 6 weeks are going to be the critical ones, right? The next 6 or 7 weeks. The 5 weeks that they're going to have with the veterans, with OTAs starting and really kind of seeing the speed in which we're going to operate, and then the 2 weeks that they have left after the veterans leave for the summer. So that's what we tell them. They got to catch up. Right now they're behind, and they understand that they have to catch up. I'm really positive. I've just enjoyed meeting him when he came for the local day, and just the kid that's right up the street there in Overton. Just liked his attitudes, answered a bunch of questions right today, kind of shows up, and I think he's really going to be a nice addition, to our team. It was really cool to be able to see him here for that local day and visit with him, watch him. He worked out. It wasn't like he was adverse to working out. He came and worked out in the rain, and we were excited to be able to take him.
It seemed like you had some positive words for Chig Okonkwo out there. With a guy like that, what do you like about him, and how do you bring him along as far, because he's so versatile?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of things in the run game that we're going to need to improve, but all I know is that he looked like he was exhausted, and he was going, and he got back in the huddle and ran another route. And it's frustrating to run 40 yards and be open and not catch the ball, and then not come back and be complaining to the quarterback. He got back in the huddle, ran the next route, caught the ball when they threw it to him. So I think it was a good start.
Kind of the biggest challenges typically you see from the rookies, like right now, when they go from just being in meeting rooms to actually
I think pure conditioning, just the speed of the game, just how the pace that we run practice, and the drills. I think technique is a large part of it. I think that the technique that use the punt team, for example. Some of these guys have never been on a pro-style punt, so we're over there trying to teach a kick slide and trying to punch, and how we do the punt team. And so it takes time, and that's why they call us coaches, so that we can show them what's expected of them, and then once they understand it, then we can evaluate them from there.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.